I could probably just say The Walking Dead is terrific, and Volume 5, The Best Defense, is the best one yet, drop the mic, walk away, and end this review. But I suppose I could elaborate, a bit. Well, first, we can start with that title. After reading this book, sitting in silence a bit, setting the book down, and noticing the title in the process, I realized how perfect that title is. Obviously, there will be no spoilers present in this review, but the title is clearly a nod to the phrase, the best defense is a good offense. Think about that for a minute, and the fact that most of the characters' problems in this book aren't, well, let's say entirely zombie related. But to be honest, there's not much I can tell you about this book without giving away what made this book so special, namely the surprise and initial reaction. Kirkman's writing is just as intriguing and, sadistic as ever, and the exponential improvement of Adlard's art is impressive. This volume maintains an unprecedented level of polish, outside of Tony Moore's run, of course, and expressions and details during key moments fit extremely well with the writing. And speaking of writing, as aforementioned, it's as great as ever. But actually, well, better. Dialogue still feels natural and does a great job in expressing the characters' moods. Unlike previous books, this volume isn't as heavy on internal character conflict, rather focusing on an outside influence, and it's really appreciated. With that outside influence comes a villain of sorts, a disgusting human being, yes, human, that Kirkman created to direct readers' hate towards. He succeeded. I don't think I've ever hated a comic villain more than the one present in this book, except for perhaps the Joker in certain Batman stories. But all is not as it seems, and there's some interesting sub-development that leads to a desire to know more about this character. And even with all this going on, Kirkman nevertheless finds a way to further along previous ideas. The strange development of a character by the name of Carol is furthered throughout this book, and it's starting to get uncomfortable. In a good way, of course, in a technically good way. There's, of course, a lot more going on, and the book's cliffhanger of sorts is incredible. I've really felt more inclined to read more. I'm officially invested, and The Walking Dead Volume 5, The Best Defense, is definitely the best non-superhero comic I've ever read. So if you haven't started reading yet, what are you waiting for? Oh, and I guess I should introduce you to the guy you'll most definitely hate.